What's up, people? Fimbultyvr here, bringing you some Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play arcade, and I'm just going to pick some random... I'm just going to go with a completely random team. So, here we go. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is just everything Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it. So, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it's just been released, so I've done a bit of research, and I've looked some stuff up, and I found that, on the Marvel side, who we have returning is Captain America is returning, Doctor Doom is returning, Hulk, Iron Man, Magneto, Sentinel, Shumagorath, Spider-Man, Storm, and Wolverine. Now, be aware that Shumagorath, as well as Jill Valentine, aren't in the game yet. They will be released as DLC either March 13th or March 15th. So don't expecting to find them in your game. But we have quite a few newcomers as well on the Marvel side. We have Deadpool returning as a new character, Dormammu as a new character, MODOK, Phoenix, She-Hulk, Super Skrull, Taskmaster, Thor, and X-23. And we have quite a few returning on the Capcom side. We have Akuma, Chun-Li, Felicia, Morgan, Jill Valentine, Ryu, and Tron Bonne. And we have more newcomers on the Capcom side. We have Amaterasu, Albert Wesker, Arthur, Sea Viper, Chris Redfield, Dante, Hyson Ko, Mike Hagar, Nathan Rad Spencer, Trish, Beautiful Joe, and Zero. Now, the characters are rendered in full 3D, with the gameplay stuck in the traditional 2D plane. Now, when you think about this, think Street Fighter 4. The plot of the game revolves around Doctor Doom and Wesker assembling a team of villains powerful enough to destroy both the Capcom and the Marvel universes. However, a greater threat arises from their plans that may affect the fate of two worlds. Dun dun dun. Hence the name Fate of Two Worlds. Now we have they're in typical TV tropes fashion. They have already found out, the five bad band. Galactus and his herald. So the big bad, which is the main supervillain, we have Galactus, the dragon, who is the big bad's right-hand man, and usually adept at combat. We have Doctor Doom. Evil genius, we have Albert Wesker, and come on, face it, he is a cunning bastard. The brute, we have Dormammu. His powers are probably the most destructive of the four, at least. I mean, canonically. According to the story, Dormammu probably has the second strongest powers, if not the most destructive. And we have the sixth ranger, kind of like the odd one of the bunch. We have Akuma. Though he doesn't care much about the fate of the worlds, he just wants to fight the perfect opponent. Now, I came up with I found what an awesome thing that the dev team thinks of everything. Okay, so much like how Black Ops tracks how many kills with a certain weapon or how many times people have died or tomahawked or whatever, the dev team has announced the game will monitor the connection habits of players and isolate habitual rage quitters. So you bastards who rage quit on me after I get a super team combo out on you, yeah, Capcom's kind of looking at you guys. So expect there to be some sort of reprimand. I'm not sure if there will be some sort of reprimand or punishment for habitually rage quitting. I do think it will affect your standing on the leaderboards if you habitually rage quit. So, yeah, play games through even if you lose. It's the only way to get better. I mean, I know no one likes to lose, and I certainly don't like to lose, but you gotta finish games to the end. And the coolest thing by far I found is that the trading mode has an internet lag simulation setting. So that means you can when you're training, you can simulate how much lag there will be, so you can train with the maximum amount of lag, which is by far the coolest thing ever. Well, at least in my opinion. That was really cool. So now I'm going to talk about some of the characters via the official site. I'm getting all of this information through the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 official site. So let's just head over there. So let's start off with one of my favorites, and the possible third to my team, Amaterasu. Now, Amaterasu is from the game Okami, and I'm sure not very many of you have played it. I suggest you do go play it. It is an awesome game. So Amaterasu. Amaterasu is the wolf incarnation of the sun goddess. She uses her power to restore peace and beauty to the lands. Her first appearance was in Okami. So now I'm going to read some of the social feed of from the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 side. Some of these are actually pretty funny. A lot of these, okay, so someone says Amaterasu is equal to love. And someone else says, can't lie, she does work. Her Nightcrawler ever been in the Versus series, I want him as DLC if not. Okay, I don't understand what that guy's saying. Terrible grammar. So this next person's just talking about, well, how good the graphics are and how he wishes he could play as Amaterasu better. I mean, I wish I could too. Don't worry, dude. I wish I could too. So next we're going to head to Dante. I think we all know who Dante is. One of the deviously overpowered characters. I don't see how he's too overpowered. He's just good. So Dante is a mercenary dedicated to vanquishing demons, which were responsible for killing his mother and corrupting his brother. Oh, he's also half demon himself. First appearance in Devil May Cry. Durr. So, this one's funny. I never die using Dante. He's a PIMP. Well, I can't really disagree with you there. I mean, looking at Dante, I mean, he's just wearing a jacket and pants. I mean, come on, dude. It's nice you look good, but put on a shirt, man. And another guy's saying, I've always been a huge fan of Dante. He kicks so much ass in this game. Well, I would agree with you there. In my first feeling, I used Dante as my main killing character. I used him as my lead, and him and Zero were my main killing characters. I used Ryu as a support, but Dante did most of my killing. So Dante is an amazing character. And someone wrote in Spanish. I'm not going to read that. Next, we're moving on to one of my favorite characters, Deadpool. And if you don't know who Deadpool is, I'm very upset at you. At least you should know who he's inside the game. Deadpool is the merc with a mouth. While he is incredibly silly, Deadpool is one of the most effective mercenaries out there. Well, that's true because he just doesn't die. He has a healing factor that's better than Wolverine's. I mean, how could you be an ineffective mercenary if you just basically can't die? I don't get it. Deadpool is hilarious. Apparently he's overplayed. Not really. I haven't seen very many people playing as him online. I've seen mostly I've seen Dante, Phoenix, and Sentinel. That's basically what the teams I've seen. So one of the funny things, like Deadpool loves to break the fourth wall. Like while I was recording when I won as Deadpool, he actually asked if I was recording it. And I was of course like, damn right I'm recording it, Deadpool. What the fuck are you thinking? It's funny. And he also says when I lost, he said you hit the wrong button. Well, I'm sorry, but you needed to go. I didn't want to hear you talk anymore. He actually, and someone else says, he's the funniest guy in the game. Every time he attacks, he makes me laugh. Feel the love of his hyper combo. And it's a home run. Well, I guess that gives you a bit of an insight into his level 3 hyper combo. He beats people to death with his health bar and his hyper bar. That I found extremely funny. So now let's move on to someone else. Let's go with Phoenix. Now, a lot of people say Phoenix is overpowered. I have no idea what you people are talking about. Guys, Phoenix is the lowest health in the game. While she may be good at good attack power, all you guys need is an advancing guard and there's someone to open up on a combo with you, and you're not going to last very long as Phoenix. So I'm sorry, guys. And some people, someone says there is a goddess and she kicks ass. Well, now Phoenix is just mutant Jean Grey, and became the receptacle for the powerful Phoenix Force, which grants Jean near godlike powers when it becomes fully active. Well, you're wrong. She's the lowest health in the game. I can't. I'm not too good as her. And someone says depending on how she's manipulated, Phoenix's HP may not even be too big of an issue. Well, that may be true, but you're still not winning against me as Phoenix. Oh, and someone just says hot. Well, that's nice. I know Phoenix was implemented for blatant sex appeal. She's basically just wearing skin-tight green spandex. So, I mean, why not? So now we move on to one of my current team members. Let's move on to Storm. Now, Storm is Aurora Monroe was gifted with the mutant ability Control the Weather. She joined X-Men and has been one of their most reliable members. Well, if you think X-Men, you either think of Wolverine, Storm, or Cyclops. I mean, it's one of the 3 big characters in X-Men. If you don't think of Storm, then there's something wrong with you. I mean, how could you not think of Storm when you think of X-Men, along with Wolverine? I mean, people think Storm is by far one of the best characters in the game. I agree. Storm actually worked out pretty well for me here. Yes, and yes, we can't forget that in the X-Men movie she was played by Halle Berry. Yeah, and people say you can never go wrong with Storm. Well, I actually would agree with you guys. Now let's move on to one of my favorite characters, Beautiful Joe. Hell yeah! Now, Beautiful Joe is, when sucked into movie land, Beautiful Joe fights for truth and justice using the time-altering powers of his V-Watch, which is activated by the magical phrase Henshin. Now, those of you who've played Beautiful Joe would know his catchphrase, Henshin a go-go, baby! And a lot of people are actually surprised he's in this game. He's actually not that good of a character. I haven't been able to place him very well, so I'm surprised that people like him. I mean, and apparently he's pretty nasty if you know his moves, but he's low on HP, so you gotta be careful about taking hits. I would agree. And someone says Beautiful Joe's gay. What the hell's wrong with you? I know you don't like the character, but don't just go around calling characters gay. That's not right. So now we move on to another member of my team, X-23. Now, X-23 is a female clone of Wolverine. X-23 has all of Wolverine's powers in female form. Now, guys, I don't want you to have a disturbing mental image, but think of Wolverine as a female. Oh god, that just doesn't work. But for X-23 it works, because, come on, you gotta, damn it, Capcom, put more clothes on the characters. I know you like the female form, but put more clothes on. First Phoenix, and now then Storm, and now X-23. I mean, just a tank top with tight leather pants. Yeah, it's nice, but come on. The objectification of women has gone a bit too far, don't you think? But all in all, X-23 is an amazing character. As you can see in this gameplay, most of my killing or match ending has been done with X-23, just because she's an extremely fast-hitting character. Not exactly the hardest hitting, but fast, and I can link her combos pretty well, if I do say so myself. So, all in all, I like X-23 as a character. Yeah, I mean, one person says, it's funny how so many people have complained about X-23 being in the game. I mean, IMO, in my opinion, I'm glad they added her in the game. It would be nice to see a deck and costume pack for Wolverine. Okay. Yeah, and another guy says, along with Dante, she's definitely going on my team. I hear she's got nice reach and priority. She seems like a replacement for Psylocke when I saw her in the video. This guy obviously knows his Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I applaud you, dude. I applaud you. And another person just, wow. It's like, I have no idea what he's implying there. Whatever. Let's move on to Zero! My favorite character by far. I see him as my replacement for Mega Man. Damn it, Capcom, if you're watching this, please put Mega Man in. I don't care if it's Volnut or Mega Man X. I want Mega Man in the game, man. I want Mega Man in. So, Zero. Despite being created by the evil Dr. Wily, Zero fights for good and righteous causes throughout his robotic existence. Yeah, Zero's awesome. As a character, Zero is by far one of my favorite fighters. Just amazing. Just amazing. I'm getting good at comboing with him. I know a lot of his special abilities, and I'm just all out good as Mega Man. And someone says, ain't never gonna grow tired of using him. I agree. And another way, this guy shares my concern. Where's Mega Man? It's like, lol, Zero is awesome, but if you're gonna have Zero and Tron, you gotta have Mega Man. It's like, dude, you know what you're talking about. And all the comments on these pages are just relating back to Mega Man. It's awesome. It's awesome. Now, I'm definitely not complaining about the character roster. I think the character character roster is just amazing. I have no complaints with it whatsoever. The only complaint is that there is no Mega Man, but you know, that's actually quite a trivial complaint considering the just amazing character list. So guys, I really think you should pick this game up. It's quite fun. I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing this for a long time, and I already have been playing it for a long time. I've logged quite a few hours on here, just in general practice. And you know what? That's all I really have to say about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You can just watch the bullshit that is Galactus. And I'm Fimbultyvr. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and peace out.
Your planet will provide me with some much-needed nourishment.